And we are live. Well, folks, my name is Christian Jager. I'm a Crown Diamond with Max International. And it's always an ultimate pleasure to share this segment with you of the 90-day run. Today is day 51. Folks, it's moving. It's moving ahead. And I want to congratulate all of you that are actually taking active role on this. And if you're not taking an active role right away, add it into your toolbox. But my recommendation is try to apply yourself and doing some of these assignments. Because if you just say, oh, I'll do it later, unfortunately, later will never come about. You'll forget all about it. And this toolbox will become all dusty and you'll never open it. You'll never know, right? All the magical tools that are available for you to get some exposure out there to share your story. As a matter of fact, today, it's actually a very simple task because there's really nothing to learn. It's more emotional and is to share your vulnerability and showing your authenticity. I hope I say that correctly. Sometimes my French will kick in. And really, the dare is really simple. And I'll give you some example in a minute, but is to find a photo preferably 5 years, maybe 10 years ago. Listen, it could be 7 months ago, 5 months ago, it could be 3 months ago. It really depends. But the point that's very important here is that you share something vulnerable about yourself back then. That's key. And you want to post this into your main feed on your Facebook Live and also your Instagram. I know some Instagram, you may have some limitations how much text you can put in there. But the point is that you want to share some vulnerability. Yesterday, Dr. James talked about showing the ring finger, right? And you got to be careful with this one. And kind of, and at the end of it is to stop people from scrolling. Oh, what's going on over here, right? He talked about that and all of this. Now, what we're talking about here is something about you that shares vulnerability. This is something that can actually be very impactful even for yourself. Sometimes there's some things that we keep bottled in, boxed into our internal selves, and we never talk about. And I understand that some things are probably maybe designed to remain hidden. I don't know. That's for you to decide. But the point is, it could be an incredible release that you are sharing out there. It's like it's freeing you from these bondage of this emotional trap that you might have been caught into all these years. And once you've made the post and it's out there, you're going to have that sense of relief. And that is very possible. It may happen to you. And you have to choose. I'm not telling you have to do this. You have to choose if you want to. And the fact is, what we would like for you to do is once you take this post and you put it into your own feed and your own Instagram feed, then what we would love for you to do is to share it into this group. So we can share, we can see the vulnerability of what has happened to you. So the fact here is, remember, I forgot the session that it was. I forgot the number. You're going to have to look back. But when we talked about the hook, the story, and the offer, or the hook, the story, and the next logical step, that is also a good way, because what's going to happen, for example, Tammy did hers just today, and she's having some high school friends that are coming back to her and connecting with her. So it's important that once you get your attention, the goal is to is to kind of gear them towards a direction that might be maybe trying what you have to offer as a product. Because again, I'll give you some example and stories in a minute here, but that opportunity could be the reason why your whole life changed. I know that it did for us. Once upon a time, I remember in network marketing, I still remember as it was yesterday. In my mind, I used to pray to God. It says, if I could just make $1,000 a month. In fact, if I could just make $500 a month, I would be so amazing. But I didn't have the belief then. But what happened is I came across some personal growth by meeting some people in the industry, right? I came across some training, some mentorship, some books, some at the time CDs for those of you that might be foreign, right? Jim Rohn was one of my main guys where I used to I used to listen to, right? And listen to his CDs and listen to all the things that he talked about. And I had so much personal growth occurring just by listening to his message over and over and over and over. If it wouldn't have been for network marketing, I assure you, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't have the strength that I have today. Why? Because I never would have discovered my voice, who I am, the impact that I've had in mentoring people and helping people. Once upon a time, I was a shy, insecure little boy. It's to my upbringing, it's the way I was brought up. So the fact here is that industry has opened my possibilities by making me see. And in fact, I'm going to be sharing my story. And in fact, the reason I haven't done it yet is because I'm looking for that damn picture, and I remember that picture, and it's somewhere buried in my Facebook. I have to go back years and years ago, but I have to find it. But the point here is I'm sharing with you that I was very vulnerable in those days. I remember someone that was taller because I was a short guy. Those of you that know me, I'm not a tall person. It used to bother me. Everybody's taller than me, right? And it impacted my confidence, my own ability to actually speak. For me to speak in an audience, oh my God, never, ever. In fact, as I grew up in high school, I remember that whenever we were supposed, it was our turn to actually step up and present, I was either sick or something happened. I couldn't show up. Of course, I lost the points. I had to make it up in other ways. I'm telling you. And it's so funny that today that's what I do for a living. I'm always in front of an audience. Now it's more virtual because of the change that occurred from 2020. But regardless, have been on stage with thousands of people without a sweat. Now, there's always these little butterflies, and by the way, those butterflies are important because it's what give you that synergy, that energy, that excitement, right? But the point here is I've discovered that through network marketing, and that's just I'm giving you some examples. Here's some I'm going to share with you. See, what people didn't know is that in those days I was depressed. I had no hope. I was the biggest loser on the planet. This is how I felt. But I decided to do something, to do something about it, to make a change. And you can have a nice caption also with that. And you could say something like, and this is what happened to me. I got involved in personal development because I joined network marketing. And I came across some people that were just amazing, just unbelievable speakers. And I was able to see the possibilities. I started reading books. I joined amazing communities. I surrounded myself with positive people. And everything changed in my life. Instead of struggling month to month, just trying to covering my rent and paying my bills and being in debt up to my eyeballs, I have money in the bank. I have crypto investments. I have stocks investments, equities. I got property investments that are actually bringing cash flow on top of my network marketing business. But it was not always so because my belief was not like that. So, my message here, folks, is do the assignment, not just for the recognition or the attention, but for your own personal self. Take a and it's important that you don't take a screenshot and fake the environment. This is not ethical. You remember you're doing this for you. You know you know what's going on, right? So when you look at that post, you're not going to have that emotional transformation I'm telling you about. But if it's real and you found a picture of yourself, it could be a beautiful picture of yourself. I know Anne posted a beautiful story about herself in a moment of vulnerability. And it's attracting a lot of attention. And that is the purpose of this session today. So there's really no technical challenge or things that you need to figure out and learn and learn how to do. Many of you have been doing this from day one. Search and find a beautiful picture of yourself. Irene, how are you? It's always a pleasure to see you here. I know there's many of you that are here. I did not acknowledge you here. Sorry. Isaac, thank you for coming in. Shizoma, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate you. Usu, I really appreciate you. Irene, I see you here. I'm looking through Facebook here. Thanks for your comment, guys. I really appreciate that. Denise, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. So, folks, listen, do yourself a favor and dig in, dig out one of those photos of you. And from there, think about the transformation that has happened in the past 10 years. If network marketing, I know in my case, network marketing has been the foundation to everything that I am today. And that's why I'm so passionate about Max International. Because not only it brings an income, I know we're impacting lives around the world. I see it. I've been witnessing this for the past 16 years. This is serious. But the fact here is that you want the world to share vulnerability. And as I started this call, maybe that it's boxed in inside of you in your heart. And when you release it to the world, it might release you from that guilt or from that negative feeling that is prevent you to become the person that you're meant to be. So we'll end on this note, folks. I hope you're going to take me to heart on this one. You're going to do the assignment and you're going to follow through on it. And once you do that, I would love for you to share it in this group so we can see your post. Have yourself a wonderful one. Love you guys. I look forward to our next segment. Tomorrow it'll be Tammy. Take care now. Bye. Thanks for the heart. Thumbs up. Thanks for the heart, guys. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Bye for now.